welcome back. Today I'm going to continue working on this piece of this beautiful 1991 Toyota Corolla All-Trac wagon. If you saw the last video I did on this thing, I showed you guys around it, showed you some of my plans for it. I didn't get a ton of work done in that video, but that's going to change today because I have most of the parts that I needed. The most important of which is the top end of the motor, which is right over there, and I'm not going to show it to you right now because I'm recording this intro after it's already all nice and shiny and almost ready to put back in the car. So, cut to past me working on that.
Do I just unplug? Oh, unplugged.
Oh, did the whole stud come out? It did. Oh well, it'll go back together that way.
Chicken.
All the injectors are in there, so
How do we remove them?
wiggle and jiggle and come here.
Oh, bye-bye stud.
That's a bolt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, some of them are bolts.
I tried Polish beer today. It tasted like ass.
On the wood. I think I'm just gonna take the valve shims and buckets off and then hose it
Blast
off.
it with water.
Yeah, hose it off.
How do you even take these off, by the way?
That's a good question.
Wash it and then... Or... Yeah, fair enough.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, that's peak.
The perfect tool.
Holy... Now you see, to get a nice, bountiful harvest of valves, then you can prick.
See any air bubbles?
Nope.
Alright, well there's my very scientific test to see if the valves leak, and I think we're good. I cleaned the engine again. I think I might do one last pass with a degreaser and a brush, but it's looking pretty good. I'm waiting for this to dry off, and I'm going to take the oil pan off right now. Okay, let's take the oil pan off. Please don't break any bolts.
Snaps every single one.
Doing good so far. That one's way too tight. Uh-oh. Oh, we're good. There's one under this, god damn it! This car has an oil cooler, which is cool, but the...
I know, right?
Why is it leaking? I already drained this. Why is it leaking?
What's leaking?
Leaking even remotely into the pan. Oh, there's only like a couple drops. Alright, I thought it was gonna like spew. Baby tonight, the creeper's gonna steal my oil pan. Oh, it's like glued on there.
Yeah, it's the RTV.
Something's happening. Let's put the light right where it's gonna fall on my head. Oh my god, I forgot a bolt. Oops. Oh, the pickup is full of milkshake. I'm gonna take the injector seals out. I forgot to do that. Oh, yes, I got it. All right. All I had to do was pop it out from the back.
Are you kidding?
Let me try it. Well, I bet this one will come right out.
Oh my god.
I just struggled so long for no reason. Well, the cylinder head is cleaned up pretty nice. I got all the mating surfaces really good with some red Scotch-Brite. The head mating surface obviously being the most important. It's looking good. I filled these with water to check if any of the valves were leaking, and they weren't as far as I could tell, so I'm just going to leave this alone. Alright, I have two intake manifolds here. I think I'm going to use this one because it seems to be in a bit better shape than this one, or at least cleaner. And these vacuum hoses are really dirty and crusty on that one, and they're nicer on this one, so I'm going to get everything swapped over. All I have to swap over really is the throttle body. And I would say the EGR valve, but one, it's disgusting, and two, it's an EGR valve, and I don't want an EGR valve. So I think I'm going to do what I did with the Celica and make a block-off plate for the EGR with this piece of steel. God. Throttle body extraction. Hose clampage. Stupid hose clamp. Bloop. Cool.
Hey.
Always cut towards yourself, kids. Now it's time to make the worst throttle body gasket you've ever seen.
All their music. Just a good majority of it.
Doesn't have to be perfect. The outside edge really doesn't matter. I don't care. But the inside edge kind of matters a little bit more.
Oh, wow.
Am I retarded? Yes.
Yes, extremely.
Retardation.
Yep. That's the name of the game in this car build.
Cold start injector. I want to simplify things on this intake manifold a little bit, and one way to do that is to get rid of the EGR system. The valve has already been removed conveniently. I'm just going to make a block off plate with this piece of steel I had laying around. Alright, I love to use my drill press, but I lost the stupid safety key for the rocker switch there. I think I have a solution for that though. There we go. Alright, it's ugly, but that will work. Alright, now all I need is a gasket and the nuts that go on the studs, and I think both of which I could reuse from this manifold. Alright, well that's interesting. I really wish I took this apart sooner because it seems there is a little block off plate that was hidden behind the EGR valve. That's pretty interesting. Never seen that before. Well, I wish I knew that was in there before I made this. Alright, well making this was a complete waste of time. I guess I'm just going to make a gasket for this and use this as my block off plate. Okay, well there's my block off plate solved. I'll probably put some RTV on there to be safe. EGR garbage removal. So all of this garbage can come off. This is all EGR stuff, except this hose right here, which is for coolant. And that needs to stay, but everything else needs to go. This is the coolant line that I need. And since it's attached to all this garbage, see, this is a rubber line, and then it goes to a hard line, and then another rubber line. I think I'm just going to remove it here and replace this whole thing with just a rubber line. That way I can remove this entire assembly. Yeah, I mean, the main part you're going to see is like right here. So that looks pretty damn good.
This sucks. Actually, wait.
Got this surface looking pretty clean. The oil cooler lines are leaking though, so I'm gonna remove them and get new ones. Is that even vaguely?
Oh yeah, that's great.
Well, it turns. Feels pretty good. Alright, I found this spray paint at Walmart. The color looks totally wrong, so let's go ahead and use this. Alright, last time I replaced the driver's back door handle because it was broken. The front passenger door is broken as well. I couldn't find a door handle that wasn't broken already. And you could buy replacements for these door handles on eBay or Amazon for like $3. But instead of getting one of the Chinesium ones, I ponied up 10 bucks on eBay for an OEM one. Yeah, just in theory, this will last longer than the Chinese ones. This is the lock cylinder from the old handle. It should just pop right in here once I take this clip off. These brake pads were $3 on Rock Auto. That's how you know they're good. Oh, they even came with hardware. Look at that.
As some sort of shared bargaining tool to get their hostages out. which means that they are effectively weaponizing the American defense system and the American, like, a fucking war machine in order to get their hostages out. Like, it's leverage, right? And, like, if you were Israel, isn't that what you would do?
Actually, that's up to the kidnappers. Hamas could end the war today. They could have ended the war October 6th. It never had to happen in the first place.
It's like for the other guy's like level 37, so there's like a big enough level difference where like you have some of your typing. So I mean, is that, I feel like that's kind of close. Yeah, and it's like, oh, we shouldn't negotiate with them. That's easy to say whenever you're not the one that's going to have to fight the war and spend all the fucking money and all the resources on it. It's better to lose a battle and win the war.
Our ministry spokesman said talks were difficult but useful in better understanding the U.S. position. Now, again, Iran has another goal in these talks. If they end the Iranian nuclear program, the opportunity exists because Israel eviscerated the United States for prolonged periods of time. That is their way.
That's what's happened. It's made a lot of people rich and it's killed a lot of people here. And over there, too, by the way. This dichotomy is not real. Like, well, that's why he's got them all clapping along with Iran doesn't have nuclear weapons. Most of the Middle East hates Iran. Sure, but I think that again, most of the Middle East probably would also look at the America as the aggressor whenever they're bombing Iran.
It's a mixed message.
There's probably nothing wrong with that thermostat, but I'd say the gasket has seen better days. I got an actual oil pan gasket here instead of just smearing it with RTV. I'm going to put this on and then smear it with RTV.
We'll be right back in 60 seconds. Stay with us. Back to Israel.
Waging war on corruption. It's Alex Jones.
Mugs. And of course, David Hogg, the head of the DNC, he said, Alex Jones is really bad. He doesn't want gay frogs. What's wrong with gay frogs? I love gay frogs. Well, that means there's no more frogs. So we need to have, what do you think of Elon Musk having 15 kids and not wanting population not to crash?
Fairness, in order to have a society continue, you need to have new people. You need to have young people. You need to have kids. My only issue with Elon is I am against polygamy. I am decidedly against which is something that seems to be becoming more popular for rich people.
True Arrogant. If you didn't know that? That's not my joke. I said, over time, there's going to be through credit card debt, through over-leveraging the homes, that'll be the next thing. And layoffs will essentially push the economy down, right? It's not going to be foreclosure rates, which are up, credit card debt, which is rising. It's going to be firings. It's going to be layoffs. And when they're coming, or if they're hidden, and I'm known as it, I got salami sliced nipples. They're like pepperonis.
Shoot it back to earth.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. So the people who work in that type of arena are just so many layers above top secret, levels above top secret.
Exactly.
They barely exist.
This guy was telling me that in 2015 they had landed something on an asteroid, extracted something from that asteroid, and then had that thing leave the asteroid and return to Earth, and then pinpointed the location where it was going to crash land, or land rather, within 1 mile. And that somehow or another they figured this out a decade ago, and that we don't know about it.
I got new oil cooler lines. These are just power steering hoses from O'Reilly's, but I think they'll be good for oil. It's a really tight fit, so I'm just going to warm it up a bit. Got new copper crush washers for this.
You need empathy, you need to talk to the patient, talk to the family, make decisions on the fly. I think that's what people are. Does that make sense? Or?
Yeah, it does. Like,
That should do like a warming thing of the hand with the robot foot. I don't know. I think the human side is like a big thing. I'm not really excited for that.
I think I gotta stop talking about AI so much.
Yeah, man. But yeah, I'm excited to do for residency. I'm excited to be a doctor, and I'm Theo Vaughn this past weekend. He's a cool dude. So those ones have been great, dude. And then I got into Dr. Drew after seeing him on your podcast also.
Yeah. Existence of the human race is kind of dependent upon people having ambition. Because we need people like you to be ambitious enough to go become doctors. So if everyone decided that watching TV and eating sandwiches was enough, we'd be fucked.
I got new sway bar links for the front. You know they're good because the bushings are blue. Okay, I'm done asking. forgot to order fuel injector seals from Rock Auto, so I had to go to O'Reilly's and get them. And these are $9 a piece. And I, of course, had to get 4 of them. So complete robbery. So despite all of these bags having the exact same part number on them, this one's clear. Every single one of the bags is a different size, and one of them was just completely missing one of the seals altogether. So thanks, Obama. Gonna replace the fuel pump finally. Wow, holy crap, that is bad. Look at that. Jesus. Well, I'm definitely glad that I took this apart. I'd say that fuel pump was bad. And if it wasn't, it was about to be. I'm going to take a wild guess and say that this float does not work. Of course, I'll still test it. I can't even begin to describe the smell. It's not good. Jesus, look at that. It's like crystallized. Let's see if I can get that to show on camera. It's like sparkly. That's crazy. And that's not good, because that means the entire inside of the tank looks like that. Yeah, just the congealed. This used to be gasoline, now it's Jello. Ugh, tastes horrible too. Oh my god.
If you want to believe in the simulation, sometimes
Sometimes I do. I'm with you. Sometimes you just see something you're like, this is a simulation, right? We're not in the real. Okay, it's very specific. I mean, I've always been interested in random. Yeah. And you know, like really forward thinker early on. He was like, I think I can just do this from my house. Why don't I just do? But it was too early. Zero, I think. Gotcha. Him and then there was this Opie Anthony show that they used to do. Oh, they were amazing. They were amazing.
Okay, I got the sending unit cleaned up pretty good. I'm going to flush some water and degreaser through that gas tank a couple times. And while I'm doing that, I'll put a new fuel pump in here. Alright, so this fuel pump was supposed to come with a filter sock, but it didn't. Thankfully I have this one laying around. And it is for a Toyota of the same vintage, so hopefully...
Trying to get you, they have a setup for you. Go, bro, change of plans. This is what I want you to do.
Alright, it's not exactly correct, but... This fuel pump is a little bigger, too. Like, in the old one, there was like an inch between the top of the pump and this line here, but this one, there's no gap. That's okay.
These kind of people, and then the people from now on will be like personally, like physically integrated with some kind of electronics. Yeah, I don't know. So you can find this. Do you know what tardigrade is? Tardigrade, that's a good. There's nothing. Everything's spider silk. So they were gonna say, it's a great movie, but like just see. Yeah, that's my. Yeah, that thing was sick. Yeah, it was a kind of goofy movie. It wasn't like wow, I really think that was happening. Was it? Do you think it's like a psychology? But because like, you take a guy in the Laurel Canyon scene like Hendrix, like you can't.
So it's been a few days. I think I got this gas tank about as good as it's gonna get. Give you a little look-see in there. Looks pretty disgusting. There's still some like dry dirt and stuff I'm gonna try to vacuum up out of there, but it won't hurt anything. I've certainly seen a lot worse. So that gas tank is still good. I have two valve covers here that I'm cleaning up. I'm just gonna use whichever one turns out better. I just had to hammer out all the spark plug tube seals out of this one, and now I'm gonna do the same thing to this one. Okay, I got the valve cover done. It's looking really good. I got it in a bag so it doesn't get ruined. Also cleaned up a couple other little parts like this coolant pipe. And I got this new sticker to put on my beautiful shiny valve cover. Now the head's pretty much ready to go back on the car. The only reason I don't do that right now is because I'm missing one piece, and that is a little bracket that goes in right there and then comes up to the intake manifold. It's like a little bit of a brace. And the coolant hose and the water pump go, well, the water pump goes right here, and the coolant hose bolts to the water pump, and that hose bolts to the same bolt hole here, so I kind of can't put everything on until I get that piece. And it's probably going to be a few days before I'm able to go out and get that part. But as you can see, there's still plenty left to do on the whiteboard of doom here. None of this is in order, but I do want to paint the wheels. I think that'll be pretty cool because I do have the full set of the stock 13s, and I got some pretty sweet tires coming in the mail for this thing. And I just think that throwing some freshly painted wheels and brand new tires on this thing will just make it look really cool and make me want to work on it that much more. And yes, I know I'm working on this a bit ass backwards, but that's just the way I do things. Alright, I guess that's as good a place as any to end this video. I gotta work on some other stuff anyway. It's gonna take me a few days to get that part. Until then, I'm kind of at a standstill here. So if you made it this far, thanks for watching, and if you didn't make it this far, then you won't be hearing this. So, see ya. He's supposed to articulate, but...
You've never seen a talking fish before?
Alright, peace out.